I'm just going to quickly go through Grossberren, a couple of things I found in my couple of plays where I thought might help some other people. I'm just going to talk about the forces, the battlefield, visualize the battle, and just talk maybe a little bit strategically and try and keep it pretty quick. Right, let's get rid of that. So, first thing I want to talk about is the forces. So, the reinforcement schedule on the map I've got and there's a few errors. So make sure you download from the OSG site the latest rules and reinforcement schedules. So they'll have the forces on them. Also, make sure that you get the latest weather chart from the same place, because the weather chart on the map is incorrect as well. And then finally, there's this Bulo semi-active rule, which is a bit of a play balance rule, I suspect. I played it through once without that, and the French never got anywhere in the south, so make sure you do that. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the forces. So in the north we're going to see Bertrand's corps here with 6 brigades and supporting artillery is going to be against this Prussian 4th Corps with 2 brigades and supporting artillery. So that's going to be a bit of an issue. All right. In the south, Rainier's 7th Corps with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brigades is going to be against Bulo. Now Bulo, as I showed you with that rule, will probably start late. These brigades are huge though. I mean, 1, 2, 3 of them here, then another 4th one coming on. You might consider using the extended line rules for that. I did, and so they're pretty robust, but probably the French are going to get the jump depending on how quickly Bulo wakes up, so how well you can roll ones really. Alright, so then there's reinforcements that come on. This 7th Corps comes on, usually presents itself to the left of Rainier's 7th Corps, and then there's a 3rd Cavalry Corps comes on very late in the day. Didn't make any difference to me, whereas the dribs and drabs of the coalition come on. These Swedes come up 1700, so they make it into the battle. This cavalry corps and its supporting horse cavalry, pretty important as well. They're presenting a significant charge threat. So let's have a quick look at the battle then in the map. So in the north here, the French 4th Corps starts up here, has to try and take this town. It's one of the victory hexes. So looking through the map then, visualizing that battle and looking at the terrain, those 2 tracks through there look most viable. So tactics wise, you might want to consider sending these Prussians into the woods to as a forward defense and then fall back, or not. Here's Bulo up here. He has to wake up and then march all the way down here to Grossberren. Let's quickly just play through the morning and get to lunchtime, and then I'll load up the continuation. And you can see the sort of thing that's probably going to happen in your game. So here you can see this 4th Corps pushing through here and causing damage and eventually pushing these guys back into the town. And this 7th Corps can take the bulk of that, or at least get into the outskirts of that Grossberren. Okay, and you can see here another corps coming on here. And then finally Bulo's woken up and these guys are starting to be on the march. Alright, so let's do quickly just do the continuation of that. The second file, here we go. And you can see what happens. Each game will be different, of course, but just quick overview. You can see here this corps coming on here, taking position on the left of the core in red, Rainier's core, and you can see a real dogfight starting up here in the suburbs of Blanketsveld. Right, so I think strategically this battle matters because stopping the French here meant the road to Berlin was blocked. So I think that's quite important. But just as a summary, as I just finished playing through that, you'll notice that weather-wise I had dust storms here in the afternoon, and not another weather check till 1900. So it's quite a fun little scenario to play, and in summary, just make sure you get the errata and the updated rules, the updated weather table, and updated reinforcements. Choose what rules you play. There's the NLC rules, there's the normal rules of Kevin's, and then there's Wargame Grogs, which is one I tend to use in a solo fashion. So I think that's it. I hope you enjoy it. I'll do the others of 3 games as well, just to, in case you're kicking those off, just to point out anything that I find. Okay.